Hello and welcome. Have you ever paused a moment and wondered, why am I here? What is the meaning behind everything I do? No, not the answers society hands us, but the deeper truths that tug at your heart, that whisper in dark nights and calm mornings, that make you stop scrolling through life and ask, is this all there is? If you felt that pull, congratulations. You're already doing philosophy. Philosophy isn't dusty lectures or endless jargon. It's the love of wisdom. It's the brave act of asking questions that matter. Who am I really? What is knowledge? What is reality? What is a good life? Why do people suffer? What happens when we die? These questions don't just exist in books or classrooms. They live inside all of us, behind our joys, our fears, our confusion, and our light bulb moments. And today, we're going to walk through them together, all the way from ancient Greece to India and China to the world we live in now. Our story begins about 20,500 years ago in Athens. Imagine dusty streets and marble columns, people chattering, sparrows flitting by, and through it all, a barefoot philosopher with piercing eyes. That was Socrates. He didn't write books, he didn't wear grand robes. He asked one question after another. What is justice? What is courage? What is love? And when people answered, he just kept going. How do you know? Calm, curious, challenging. Socrates wasn't teaching how to make money or win wars. He was teaching how to live a meaningful life. He believed wisdom starts with admitting, I don't know. Real wisdom begins when we replace certainty with curiosity. He said, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. And that drove his fellow Athenians crazy, or awakened them. Some felt exposed, humiliated. He pointed out the gaps in their thinking. So they convicted him, not for political crimes, but for thought crimes, philosophical crimes. And he drank his cup of hemlock, believing that a quiet examination of life is more important than life itself. Next came Plato, his student. One of his greatest ideas was the world of forms. Picture this, a dark cave, people chained to a wall. All they see are shadows. That's their reality. Then someone breaks free and sees the sunlight, the trees, the real world, and they try to go back, but the cave people laugh and reject them. That's Plato's allegory of the cave. To him, the world we see is just shadows. Behind it lie perfect, unchanging forms. Perfect justice, perfect love, perfect beauty. We glimpse them through reason and reflection, not through the eyes. And our task isn't just to look, it's to live in that deeper reality. And Aristotle, Plato's student, brought philosophy back down to earth. He believed everything had a purpose. Trees exist to grow and nourish, knives to cut, humans to flourish. He called this flourishing eudaimonia. Not happiness as in a fleeting smile, but a profound sense of living well. He argued, we become virtuous by practicing virtues, habituating courage, honesty, kindness, wisdom. Excellence isn't a single act, it's a habit. We are what we consistently do. But our journey doesn't stop in Europe. Let's travel east to India and China to meet thinkers who ask, what is happiness without suffering? Where does truth lie, inside or outside? How does one live from the heart? In India, Siddhartha Gautama sat under a Bodhi tree and became the Buddha. He said life is suffering, not in a gloomy way, but simply in an honest way. Suffering starts when we craving for pleasure, for identity, for perfection. And that craving stirs up pain. The Buddha offered the Four Noble Truths. 1. Life is suffering. 2. Desire causes suffering. 3. Suffering can end. 4. The Noble Eightfold Path leads out. This eightfold path isn't abstract. It's a set of practices. How we view the world, how we speak, act, earn, focus, and rest in awareness. Before the Buddha, other sages asked, who am I beyond my name, body, likes, or beliefs? In the Upanishads, they said, tat tvam asi, that thou art. The deepest self within you is one with the infinite. They introduced paths, jnana, knowledge, bhakti, devotion, karma, selfless action, raja, meditation. All roads pointed to the same destination, realizing the self is not separate from the universe. Across the border in China, Laozi penned the Tao Te Ching. He introduced Tao, the way, and to virtue. To him, the greatest wisdom is found in what cannot be named. He taught Wu Wei, the art of effortless action, flowing with life like water flows through a stream, silent, gentle, persistent. Taoism invites us to simplify, to soften, to align ourselves with nature rather than fight it. What does all this ancient wisdom mean today In a world of notifications, deadlines, social media, and uncertainty, it means we don't have to live by default. We can choose, we can question, we can wake up. Ask like Socrates. Why do I believe this? Habit like Aristotle. What virtues am I practicing today? Observe like the Buddha. What cravings am I feeding? What suffering am I cultivating? Remember like the Upanishads sages. That deeper self is watching, loving, longing. Flow like Laozi. When resistance arrives, bend. When control fails, adapt. Today, you can breathe. Notice the sensation of air on your skin. Feel the taste in your mouth. Hear the distant rhythms of this world. That's living philosophy. Not waiting until tomorrow, but awakening right now. This video isn't a lecture, it's an invitation. Pick one question. What is suffering? What is virtue? Who am I? What is flowing? And walk with it. Ask it. Feel it. Write it in your journal. Let it be your companion. When you do, you're not just watching a video. You're stepping into an ancient conversation. A conversation that began in dusty Athens and silent monasteries and continues inside you. So what will you ask today? Let me know in the comments. And if this exploration sparks your curiosity, hit like, subscribe, and join our community of modern seekers. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay awake, stay wise.